Welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Premier League clash between Manchester United and Liverpool. Delayed commentary due to technical problems. Yesterday, we were ready to go rock and roll. It's time for me to hand over to our match commentator. It's over to JB.
Thank you and welcome to Old Trafford. The team's already out, so let me give you the two teams. Big game is for both sides, and maybe the future of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might depend on this one for United. Liverpool going well, and in Mo Salah, he's scored in 9 consecutive games. Right, let's go through that United 11, starting with David De Gea in goal. Then it's a back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, who's skipper in the side, and Luke Shaw. Then it's Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, and Scott McTominay in the midfield. And then it's Cristiano Ronaldo up front. Liverpool line up with Alisson in goal. It's 4-3-3 as you'd expect. Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ibrahima Kouate, the new signing, Virgil van Dijk and Andrew Robertson across the back. And then it's James Milner, Naby Keita and Jordan Henderson, their skipper. And then it's Roberto Firmino, Mo Salah and Diego Jota gets the third spot ahead of Sadio Mane. On the bench, United, Henderson, Bailey, Dalot, Pogba, Lingard, Matic, Van der Beek, Cavani and Sancho. Liverpool subs, Adrian, the goalkeeper, Gomez, Chismask, Matip, Chamberlain, Oxlade-Chamberlain that is, Curtis Jones, Sadio Mane, Minamino and Divock Origi. The referee comes from not too far down the road, Anthony Taylor from Wythenshawe in Greater Manchester. Gary Bettick and Lee Betts, the two assistants. Mike Dean from the Wirral, the fourth official, and Stuart Atwell, our man on VAR. So I'm just looking at Marcus Rashford. Capacity crowd of 76,000 at Old Trafford. And as we await the start of this game, Jordan Henderson, not an England regular, he's been amongst the substitutes for England, but for Liverpool, he's a vital cog in Liverpool's outfit. And Liverpool have been going very, very well this season. Drew against Manchester City a couple of weeks back, 3 weeks ago. Then they beat Watford by 6 and Mo Salah scored one of the goals of the season. The referee, Anthony Taylor, preparing to get us underway. And before the game, just to reiterate the Premier League's anti-racism message, there is no room for racism. The players take the knee in combat against the racism in football. And then on the second whistle, United and Liverpool get off. And it's Liverpool in the change shirts of white with dark shorts, attacking the goal to my left. And they've got an unusual camera angle there. They've got a spider cam over the top there. We're watching it off a monitor here. And off we go then. Here's Virgil van Dijk, number 4 now, gets it forward to Konate. Konate hits a long ball forward, looking towards Jota, but that should go through to David De Gea. Well, this game has been built up as a battle between Cristiano Ronaldo and Mo Salah. Hot shots on either side. Hopefully we'll get a really close encounter here at Old Trafford this afternoon. One of the greatest football fixtures in English football history. Can one of these two sides take a set? United started today down in 7th position. Liverpool can move up to 2nd with a win today. So plenty of great incentives here. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows, having not won in his last 3, he knows the importance of this game. And of course, they've got Tottenham coming up next Sunday, and they've got the Manchester Derby in 2 weeks' time as well here at Old Trafford. So a win would certainly ease the pressure on Solskjaer. Remember, they were in big trouble against Atalanta in midweek and came back to win, but defensively they haven't been sound. Anyway, here's the ball knocked forward by Milner, headed away by Maguire. We played a minute and a half here. Delayed commentary on all platforms. We're on the commentary hub, JB Sports, JDAT Football, Storm FM, and of course TC Hub 2. We're also on Periscope, Twitter and Twitch. Manchester United and Liverpool colliding in one of the big games of the season. Liverpool have not really made too much in significant investments like Manchester United have done, but defensively they haven't really strengthened enough for me, Manchester United, in the summer, and that has really showed. I watched them against Newcastle and I watched them against West Ham in the League Cup, and they looked wanting. They had several chances but didn't take them. So Be interested to see how they come up against this very sturdy Liverpool defence. And the ball not back again to David De Gea, who kicks long and high, as we've had just over 2 minutes gone in the first half. And then the ball put back by Alexander-Arnold, and now the out of play for a Manchester United throw-in. So we've had 2 minutes and a half here at Old Trafford, and a good atmosphere building around this famous old ground. And Wan-Bissaka takes possession inside his own half, midway inside his own half, plays it out to the left, right-hand side. Mason Greenwood. Greenwood uses his defender, Lindelof, and now De Gea goes short to Maguire. Now Shaw knocks it along the ground. Was impressed with Shaw against Newcastle. Really made some really good telling runs down the left-hand side. Ball play forward from Fred, and this is a good opportunity here for United. And Bruno Fernandes is free to the right-hand side, and he shoots over the bar. First big opportunity for Manchester United, and it came for Bruno Fernandes. It was a lovely run down the right. It was a lovely purposeful run. Certainly had Liverpool on the hop a bit there. And Robertson left Bruno Fernandes completely asleep. Well, completely free. He went to sleep there, and United have wasted the first big opportunity as the goal kick goes straight through to the edge of the penalty area where David De Gea takes it with his feet. And now finds Maguire. Maguire back to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof hits it long. About 70 yards up the field, but it's into no man's land, into the other penalty area. And then Alisson just, a nice little flick there, just goes short to Van Dijk. Back to Alisson again. Looks like both teams like to play out from the back. So we could see some fun and games here, certainly when the goal kicks are concerned or when teams are trying to clear out from the back. We might see a bit of fun and games here at Old Trafford this afternoon. Bitterly cold afternoon in Manchester. Let's stick the kettle on, put the central heating on, and enjoy this delayed commentary with us here on the TC Hub. Van Dijk gets possession, gets the ball back to Alisson. Alisson back to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool looking much more improved this season, especially with Van Dijk back in the back four. They really missed his prowess last season. And here's Salah now. And Kate is making a good throw on the back stage down. Kate shoots right foot. It's in! It's in! What a start for Liverpool! 5 minutes almost gone. Naby Keita has scored. Now checking, of course, on VAR whether he was offside or not, but it looked a fair one to me. Let's have a look on the replay. Well, I'm having a look on the replay. It was a lovely one-touch football. Now, first of all, was Salah offside? The answer is no. And then the second question, is Keita offside? The answer is no. The goal will stand, and Liverpool have broken out. And that Bruno Fernandes miss right at the start has come back to haunt Manchester United with 5.5 minutes played at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 1. And it's not a good, it's the theatre of dreams so far for Liverpool. They've taken the lead. Little fist pump with his right arm for Jurgen Klopp. So Sadio Mane has scored a terrific start for Liverpool. Manchester United, that missed chance a couple of minutes before from Bruno Fernandes really has come back to haunt them as Liverpool get the ball down towards Salah on the far side. And really, Jurgen Klopp could not have expected this. Really, at this early stage, Keita's won the ball again and he's going through. And Firmino can shake the hair, diving away to his left. Oh my goodness me, United again. We're all over the place at the back. And the referee is actually blown for a free kick. But United again giving the ball away. And really, Liverpool, I mean, it's so easy inside that penalty area. They found it too easy. And Firmino there should have buried it and made it 2. United at the moment, the last couple of minutes or so, all over the place here. And there's an anxious worry in a lot of Manchester United faces at Old Trafford. Liverpool could and should have been 2 down, or 2 up rather. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he will not want the wheels to fall off his bus this afternoon, that's for sure. Well, there's a lot of anxious moments, really. There's He's had criticism from a lot of quarters, a lot of Manchester United supporters about his reluctance to spend money on the back four. And maybe those supporters' concerns and pundits' concerns are bearing fruit at the moment because they were lackluster on the first goal. They should have conceded a second one, which De Gea bailed them out. And really, it's been really careless from United at the back. Poor start from them. Here's Alisson. Edge of his own area. He's got all the time in the world, and there was no real pressing there for Manchester United, I've noticed. Here's Robertson getting it forward, and he's giving it away now. Can Bruno Fernandes get Manchester United motoring, kickstart their game here? Ball played in there towards Greenwood. Now McTominay. And United now looking to move it forward. Rashford lost it. Couldn't find Fred. And here goes Salah. He's over halfway. It's Mo Salah trapped by two United defenders who bring him down. And referee Taylor says no free kick. Mo Salah gets to his feet. Can't believe it. Shrugs his shoulders. Here's Ronaldo now, the other end on the left-hand side. And he goes down. Referee again, not interested. Ronaldo opens his arms and asks why. And here's Salah, he's onside. And Jota's waiting in the middle. It's Mo Salah now. Salah shoots wide of the right-hand post. And Manchester United were all over the place again. Ronaldo lost it. This was the first effort. I think Robertson gives it away here. Or was it the goal again? It's a goal again. Look at that. It's easy. United were carved apart, and Shaw played, first of all, Salah onside, and then, believe it not, played Keita onside, and he was about a yard on Keita as he drove in to score. So it's been a horrible start for Manchester United. They play the goal kick short to Maguire. Maguire gets it long, hits it long, but he only finds the head of Virgil van Dijk. Now the ball knocked forward towards Jota, and he loses possession. Greenwood now has a bit of space here on the right-hand side for Manchester United, but again hits it into the penalty area where there's nobody there. Khan says, well, we're going to Solskjaer. Come on, steady on, he says. But at the moment, United looking unsteady, but here they come, charging forward. Shot comes in, and it's just wide with the right foot. It was Marcus Rashford with the shot. Well, if anyone's going to get United out of a hole, it's the local lad, Marcus Rashford. Got through under the faithful right foot, smashed it well, but I think Alisson may have had that left-hand post, the far post as we got covered. Liverpool back in the Stretford end, remember, in the first half. Here's Jota now going towards that Stretford end. He's on the left-hand side. Robertson in support. The ball out of play. We've had 10 minutes, and how fast have those 10 minutes just flown by here at Old Trafford? On delayed commentary of Manchester United 0, Liverpool 1 on JB Sports, JDAT Football, Storm FM, and TCF2, as well as TCF itself. And we're also on Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch. Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. Infield to Henderson, and then back to Alexander-Arnold. We're also partner for the season with Melon Streaming App. Check out their website, www.melonstreamingapp.com. And we're also on Facebook, TCF. We're on www./The Commentary Hub. And we're also on our Twitter handle is at Commentary Live 1. Right, Liverpool in possession, but they've knocked it out of play. Robertson can't keep it in down below us. And a throw-in it is to Manchester United midway inside their own half. And the win probability stands at 13% Manchester United, 21% the draw, and Liverpool's win probability is a whopping 66% already. But early days yet in this game. Have Manchester United got plenty left in the tank even at this early stage to try and pierce this very stubborn Liverpool defence? Here's McTominay. And then Fred almost getting in each other's way, but the ball comes out towards the far side and Rashford. And then the ball knocked back by Konate back to the goalkeeper, Alisson. That's a good ball into the midfield area. And Milner had it really sewn up. Henderson gets it out to the far side. And Trent Alexander-Arnold back in field to Henderson. Still inside their own half. Konate, a new signing they got during the summer. Very good player. keeping the likes of Gomez and Matip out the team. That's some achievement to do that, because we know what Joe Gomez is like on any given day. He's a terrific talent. Here's Milner to Robertson. Robertson trying to get it forward. Of course, they're missing the guile. Of course, they're missing quite a number of players as well, but they do have a really good squad. Lots of bags of youthful and experience in that Liverpool side. And the same really applies to a certain extent for Manchester United. The difference being that Liverpool play as a team and not as a bunch of individuals. And Maguire and Shaw got in each other's way. Now this could be a problem. Ball played across, and Joker's inside the 6-yard box, and it's 2-0 to Liverpool with 13 minutes gone. Oh my goodness me, what a shocking moment for Manchester United. Delight for Diego Jota at Liverpool, but there was a mix-up between the centre-back, Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United, and Luke Shaw, the left-back. The ball played awfully forward, and both of them got in each other's way. Keita pounced on it. Salah was there on the far side. The cross came in. He's level Jota. No doubt about it. And he went from 6 yards. Not a chance that De Gea was going to do anything about this. And Manchester United, yet again defensively, are a complete and utter shambles. One awful ball. Maguire and Shaw left it to each other. By then it was too late. And what a good cross. In fact, it was Trent Alexander-Arnold who put the ball in the net, put the ball in for Jota, and De Gea was completely isolated, and all he had to do, Jota, was stick out a left foot, and he did just that. 14 minutes on the clock. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 2, and Manchester United, let's be fair, are absolute shambles and all over the place. Oh my goodness gracious me, if Sir Matt Busby was looking at this now, he'd be turning in his grave. Alex Ferguson's in the crowd. I don't think he can scarcely believe it. Ball played into Firmino, and it's so easy for Liverpool to get balls into the United area. And now they just need to get something going with Bruno Fernandes. He's got Ronaldo, his fellow countryman, on the far side. Rashford is onside here. Rashford inside the area. And he's lost possession rather easily when in a good position. And it looks as if Manchester United heads are dropping here a little bit. What the United need to do is what the United fans will be hoping for now is for somebody in that United team, whether it's Maguire, whether it's Fernandes, whether it's Ronaldo or Rashford or somebody of that ilk, just to say to the rest of them, come on, let's get our heads into gear. Let's start playing as a team. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is cutting a forlorn figure on the touchline, I can tell you, with 15 minutes only gone. But remember, United were in this similar position at half-time the other day against Atalanta and came back to win. So you never know. You can't really discount Manchester United. They've won a corner of Keita. And Manchester United now have a chance to try and hit back and possibly get on the scoreboard. So problems building up now for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Are the wheels falling off the bus? We might be behind the wheel a bit. Here's Shaw with the corner. And it goes towards Maguire. Won the header. It'll come to McTominay. McTominay just got underneath the shot. He was under pressure as well from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the ball's whizzed over the top. He miscued it. And as you see here, VAR proving that Jota was onside when Alexander-Arnold crossed. There was also a slight deflection, but he was onside. And no doubt about it, both goals perfectly legal and perfectly well deserved for Liverpool. They've been very clinical, something Manchester United haven't been either back or even at the back or up front. They just haven't got started at all. Van Dijk now for Liverpool, in complete control with only 17 minutes almost gone. And here's Milner hitting it over the top. And that should actually drift out of play. And it does. Lindelof lets it go. That's the first good thing any United friend has done all day, quite honestly. We've only been playing nearly over 17 minutes. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to start barking out instructions because this is just not good enough from Manchester United. I know we're early doors into this first half, but United's defending has been shocking. And I didn't realise how shockingly bad it really was. We're finding out the extent today, I'm afraid. And United supporters will be hoping that their front players can really dig them out of a hole here. Here's the ball played in from Alexander-Arnold. Keita, who got the first. Salah gets it out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Lovely one-touch stuff. But he can't find Keita. The ball goes by the dead ball line and a goal kick to Manchester United. Just to remind you that Liverpool are attacking the Stretford end in the first half. But they're 2 goals clear. And you've got to say, on the balance of the play, it's deserved. I'd like to see how much the win predictor has them as well. Oh my goodness, United all over the place again, trying to clear the ball out. I said there'd be funny games when they try to play short passes out from a goal kick. It almost came back to haunt United there. Here's Wan-Bissaka, turned away from Milner and from another defender, and that might have been Jota, in fact. Greenwood now right-hand side, crossing it in there, but away by the brilliant Konate. Shot comes in over the top from Cristiano Ronaldo, right-footed to the left of the area. And an anxious look again on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's face. OGS to give him his short title. And, well, it's not so far been United's afternoon as a player injured down in the penalty area, at the Liverpool area. It looks like Keita's hurt his right ankle. The physiotherapist on there is the England manager Gareth Southgate. 2 more games to come next month against Albania and San Marino. And if they win at least one of those games, they should be on the plane to Qatar. You'll be able to hear how they get on next month on the TCL. Of course, we've got FA Cup action coming up in 2 weeks' time, where we bring you the Ferber and the we'll bring you the great. We'll bring you some of the small time players hoping to make it big in the FA Cup first round, where the non-leaguers will meet leagues 1 and 2. And we've got at least 2 or 3 games for you to 2 or 3 live commentaries from that particular weekend. Plus, we might be throwing in the odd Premier League commentary there as well on TC Hub as well. Don't forget. All that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. And of course, we'll have a very busy Christmas period of commentaries, of course. And a month in 2 months' time, we'll have a very busy December as well of commentaries. And of course, we'll have that busy Christmas period as well. So plenty of nice stuff to come on the TC Hub and all the participating channels in the next couple of months. I think it's going to be interesting amount of football. So much football to be played in December as well. The league programmes and second round of the FA Cup plus replays, and then the Christmas period, the Christmas and New Year period. Always a busy time for football at that time of year. And we're only a couple of months away from it all. To every football fan, it's like a Christmas present. Santa Claus brings them everything else like that. But yeah, looking forward to bringing you the best of football on the hub this winter. Should be some good action over the Christmas and New Year period. But we're still a little bit away from that. Here's Wan-Bissaka now in the presence of Manchester United. Back to McTominay. Deep inside Liverpool territory. We've had just over 21 minutes gone in this first half. Cross comes in from Shaw, headed away by Konate. And now United still keep possession. They're just having a nice little spell with the ball. Ronaldo around the corner. Now McTominay. McTominay gets the ball out to the far side. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he try and take the ball by the horns, if you like, for Manchester United? Lindelof now in possession. Finds Wan-Bissaka, right-hand side, cuts inside, finds McTominay in field. Then it goes out to the left-hand side, and Shaw now, he might have a dig here. Shaw does have a dig, and it just goes wide at the far post. Oh, and the goal kick it is. Goes past Alisson Becker's far right-hand post. Had to dive away to his left-hand side as he looked at the ball there, Allison. United were trying to claim a corner. I don't think Allison got a flick on that. And a goal kick it is. Once again, it goes short. We might have one or two fun and games with this short goal kick malarkey. We always do when we cover football games. 2-0 to Liverpool. If you've just joined us, delayed commentary on the TC Hub, JB Sports, JDAT Football, Storm FM, and TC Hub 2. We're also on Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch to broadcast today. Of course, we've got Melon Streaming out sponsoring us for the season. And that's a through ball that didn't find Rashford, and it's back again with Allison in that Liverpool goal. Halfway through the first half, then we've played around about now 23 minutes exactly. 23 exactly gone in minutes. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 2. 2 goals in the first 13 minutes. First one from Keita, second one from Jota. Here's Firmino far side for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold keeps possession. Here he is now. That was Salah, back to Alexander-Arnold. Now Henderson. And it's keep ball for Liverpool at the moment inside the United half. And it's Robertson. Milner just waiting their time here, being patient in their build-up, looking very, very strong at all. And then a bad pass there, which has let Ronaldo in there because Milner slipped and Ronaldo's got down the right-hand side. But his cross wasn't a good one. Konate got there, but United still have possession on the far side. This is Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side into McTominay. And McTominay round the corner to Shaw. Left-hand side, the cross is a very, very feeble one. It's got to be said. And then Liverpool just not making it easy at the moment for United to pick a way through. They might get a chance here from the left-hand side, but it's too close to Alisson. The cross again, not the best. And Alisson quite happy to take that. No problem at all inside his 6-yard area. James Milner has hurt himself as well. He's getting a bit old now. He's getting a bit old in footballing terms. 34 now. James Milner's been around a long time. Started as a 16-year-old at Leeds. And has gone on to the likes of Aston Villa and Manchester City along the way. Newcastle as well. Before landing at Liverpool. A very, very good player as well. This has happened. I think it was his slip, and that's why he's injured himself. He slipped there. The competitor he is, he kept on running. I don't think Milner's going to last out. And the Yorkshireman may well be replaced here. Jordan Henderson and Andrew Robertson having a discussion with Jurgen Klopp with 25 minutes gone in this first half. Looks like the substitute board's out there. This is the goals again. This is Salah with the first one for Keita. Beautifully controlled side foot in with the right foot to make it 1-0. That was on about for 6 minutes. And then the second one, a mix-up between Maguire and Shaw. Keita and got it out to Alexander-Arnold. His cross from the right was easy for Diego Jota, the former Wolves man, to make it 2-0. And unbridled joy amongst the Liverpool contingent, as you can see. And I think we're going to see Curtis Jones into the fray here. James Milner looks as if he's going to come off then. Getting a good reception from the travelling Liverpool supporter away to my right-hand side. In the near side corner of that stand, and Curtis Jones, who's really coming to the side, been part of the side for the last couple of years, has gained valuable experience, and is now a big player for Liverpool these days. Maybe the non-specs are working for Jurgen Klopp anyway. Milner disconsolately makes his way off. There's a few more Liverpool subs warming up. So Curtis Jones on. It's an enforced change for Liverpool. But at the moment, they're in cruise control. The 2 goals clear. And one has to say, looking very comfortable. What United mustn't do is concede the third, because if they do, then I fear that might be game over for them. Milner only lasting just shy of 25 minutes. As I say, he's not as sprightly as he used to be when he burst onto the scene as a 16-year-old, 18 years ago as a 16-year-old in Leeds United colours. Here's Greenwood now for United, edge of the area. Greenwood has to track back. Liverpool just had too many defenders back there for him to pick a way through. They need something here, Manchester United. Can Ronaldo provide it? Oh, dear me, that was a poor cross. And now Rashford gets it back to Maguire. Maguire out to the far side now. Bruno Fernandes. Can United try and get one back here as we come up towards the 28th minute, as we come up towards the 27 and a half minutes played. Ball played in there, and another poor ball really from Rashford. If he was trying to fight Ronaldo, he was not on it. Ronaldo was certainly not on his wavelength there. The play from United in this first 28 minutes or so, first near enough 28 minutes, has been disjointed, feeble, and they just haven't looked like a side. Liverpool have pressed well, played as a team, and have scored two brilliant breakout goals to really pile the pressure on Manchester United at the moment, who are 2-0 down. Long ball forward, out to the far side. Now Rashford takes it down on his chest, left-hand side. Rashford will run in towards the area. He's got Shaw on the overlap. Tries to lay it into Ronaldo. Comes to Fred, deep inside Liverpool territory, outside the box. Here's Rashford trying to work something on this left-hand side. And again, United having to go midfield here. Liverpool have brought about 8 or 9 bodies back, white shirts back. And that's the trouble, United now. They're trying to play maybe 200 or two between the lines as Greenwood goes for goal, left-footed. And Alisson diving away to his right makes a smart save. Manchester United corner. Much better for United, I fancy. Greenwood there looking the more likely out of any of the attacking talent that United have got to make something happen. He's a very good player. I'm always enjoy watching him play. As the corner comes in towards Maguire, it's headed out. Lindelof tries to keep it alive. Now United could be in some trouble there. Keita went down there. Surely there's got to be a booking here. But I think, no, the referee's not stopped it there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Liverpool are in possession anyway. Keita's got it far side. In the field it goes to Jota. And now Curtis Jones. I think that's his first touch. He's been on about a couple of minutes. And he just slows it down. Finds Henderson. Looks like it's a like-for-like replacement with Jones replacing Milner. Remember, Milner off went through an injury there when he slipped as the ball was played through for United attack. Here's Firmino. Deep inside Manchester United territory on the edge of the box. This is lovely stuff here. Jota inside the box. Gets it out to Alexander-Arnold. Crossing into the penalty area. And again, United not very comfortable in defence. Fred got it a bit up and under, and then United only got it half away. Henderson with a shot back in, right-footed. And wide of the target for a goal kick to Manchester United with half an hour played here at Old Trafford. The late commentary on the TCR2, JB Sports, JDAT Football, Periscope, Twitter and Twitch. And in fact, that shot from Henderson got a slight nick, so a corner kick it is to Liverpool, leading 2-0 at Old Trafford. As the corner will come in from Trent Alexander-Arnold, a boyhood Scouser, local lad, as he comes in there towards the far post. It wasn't that well. Keita hits it on the volley, back in, and Firmino could have got a bit more of a positive touch, probably Firmino. That was 3-0, and that would have been game, set, and match even at this early stage. Again, United looking at 6s and 7s, and Firmino, I think, may have actually been offside in any case. If he was, it was very marginal. But United again, just not switching on at all, really. And here's the ball forward, and it's going to be intercepted by Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's too easy for Liverpool here. United are just all over the place. Non-existent balls, and defensively they've not looked themselves. Lindelof has just cut that one out. The intended free ball towards Salah there. Lindelof only just got it out. Oh, now there could be a problem. There could be a massive problem because Salah's on his way. Salah, good save by De Gea. And again, United, let's see at the back. And the United fans are letting the team know about that. My word, have I ever seen a United defence all over the place? You wouldn't have got that in the days of Bruce and Pallister and Irwin and Clayton Blackmore and all that lot. In the olden days, this is They're gifting Liverpool chances here. Liverpool should be at least 3 up. No exaggeration of the truth. Here's Konate now to halfway. Surely United have got to get something in there. Jota's got it behind again and almost got on the end of the cross from Alexander-Arnold. United are all over the place. And if Sir Alex Ferguson, I tell you what, Sir Alex Ferguson is fuming right now. United are all over the place. For sure. And, well, they've got a free kick anyway, which relieves a little bit of respite. But I'm watching Manchester United. It's a critically ill club by the looks of it here. Salah was given a room at the penalty area on the right-hand side, and he didn't have much in the way of support. The only thing he could do was hit it straight at De Gea, in fairness to him. Offside given against Rashford at the other end on the left-hand side. At Manchester United, I've never seen a United defence cut up so much. Even in the days of Ferdinand and Vidic, they never gave a quarter to any visiting side as easily as that. You had to earn your goals in those days when Fergie was in charge against the likes of Vidic and Ferdinand and Gary Neville and all that. Going back a few years, Bruce and Pallister. And they were a brilliant centre-half pairing. Now they could do with somebody like Ferdinand and Vidic in this United side. And maybe Solskjaer might be, at this point, thinking about maybe bringing Alex Ferguson down to give him a bit of a hairdryer, because at the moment nothing seems to be working. Here's Ronaldo over on the cross on the left. And he can't repair this damage here for Manchester United. 34 minutes almost gone here. 34 have now been played. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 2. Actually, it's a good header away by Robertson. It is a United corner. Sure to take it. From the near side, in it goes, and the header was not away, and Maguire has it back in. Rashford had it taken off him by Greenwood. I think Rashford would have had a go at goal. Shaw with a shot, and a corner kick has been given, has it? No, goal kick. Shaw inquires as to why. And the referee just hits back Mr. Taylor and says, look, I'm in charge. In fact, there was a couple of players offside anyway, which sort of wouldn't have counted for too much anyway. Rashford would have been better placed, but they were, I felt, offside. So it's best as Carrick and Solskjaer ponder what they could do here. Two Bergie stalwarts now in charge at Old Trafford. As number 1 and number 2 are in big trouble, massive trouble here. At home to Liverpool. One of their great rivals in terms of titles won. And, the through balls again. No man's land. Not reaching their intended target. And again, lack of pressing for United. That's better for McTominay. And that's what United fans want to see more of. Bruno Fernandes, and he just about found Ronaldo on the far side. Cristiano Ronaldo now on the left. Can United strike before half-time? We're inside the final 10 minutes. Here's Rashford trying to take it on the volley. Right foot, and he just couldn't get the connection and hit it straight at Alisson. And at the moment, things working out for Jurgen Klopp's men. United have just not been penetrated. Have not been penetrated enough, and that's allowed Liverpool to really take advantage. And here they go again. They're off again. Keita now. Infield to Salah. Salah turns nicely. Keita gets it far side once more. Salah's just drifted out to the right-hand touchline here. Now Van Dijk. Out to Robertson, left-hand side. 2-0 to Liverpool. Delayed commentary of this crucial Premier League fixture. Liverpool, as things stand, will be moving second behind Chelsea this evening. Terrific performance from them so far, defensively, and when they've attacked really ruthlessly, and have shown Manchester United completely and utterly no mercy whatsoever. Robertson now, back in field. Jones takes possession, goes past Rashford, then goes in field once again to Jordan Henderson. Henderson now gets it on halfway. And it's easy football at the moment for Liverpool. It's easy for them just to play their normal game. And it's frustrating the Manchester United fans at the moment. They want some more fight from their side. Lindelof just about cuts that through ball out, intended for Salah. Now here's Trent Alexander-Arnold far side. And it's so easy now for Liverpool to pick their way through, play between the lines. Keita now. This is lovely stuff here. Firmino now. Jota on the edge of the area. Salah with a shot, and it deflects, and it comes to Keita. Salah in the middle. Salah scoops, and it's gone. Right-footed, it's three. And Manchester United have been taken to the cleaners by a ruthless Liverpool. The wheels are coming off Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's bus. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3, and Mo Salah scores for the 10th Premier League game in a row. The man is in the form of his life. And United again have 6s and 7s at the back. Salah's shot deflects. United slow on the uptake, slow to react. And again, from close range, Salah knocks it in at the near post. And the air has not even got a prayer. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3. It's so easy for Klopp's men. Oh my word! I've been watching football for nearly 30 years, mainly watching teams like Manchester United and Liverpool as a neutral. But I've never ever seen a Manchester United defence for a long time ripped to shreds so easily as this. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3. We've only had 39 minutes. Unbelievable. You would not have credited it at this point, and the United fans are shocked, horrified, and are completely and utterly frustrated. Fernandes now for United. Wan-Bissaka. Well, a first half really littered with so many talking points. And really, the talking points are about the non-existent Manchester United defence. Really just haven't been at the races. They've not been clinical enough in front of goal, it needs to be said. They're just all over the place. Maguire now, that's a very loose ball, but he just about found Wan-Bissaka. Now Ronaldo into Wan-Bissaka. And he's been intercepted again, and it's so easy for Liverpool to read it there. And it was well intercepted, in fact, by Henderson, who plays the ball forward. And well cut out by Fred as it happens. Now Greenwood round the corner. Ronaldo's on his way. The flag is up on the far near side. And problems now for Mrs. Solskjaer and Carrick. He'd do well. Worse, he wouldn't do it. You know, it wouldn't be as bad if it would probably just be as well if he just got Sir Alex Ferguson down here and actually read them the right attack, because this is just not very good enough for a Manchester United team. Yellow card coming out here. Luke Shaw. And maybe the discipline at Old Trafford has gone as well with it. They haven't been disciplined enough. Shaw, and remarkably, he's the first man in the book. Carrick, and there is Sir Alex Ferguson, not able to believe what he's just seen in this first half. And, well, he'd probably do as well just to ambush the changing room Fergie at half time and give him a right old rollicking, because United had just not been all over the place and they've not been switched on for this quickly taken free kick neither. And the ball flipped in there by Jota, who's just taken a bit of a deeper role. Konate is now charged forward from the back. And goal kick, I think, has been given. I think that's the verdict from the referee of the officials. Or is it a throw-in? It's a throw-in. So inside the last 4 minutes of the first half, well, it couldn't have gone any better for Jurgen Klopp. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He's, he thought it might be a very close game, but never, I dare say, in his wildest of dreams would he have imagined his side would be 3 goals to the good now going towards half time. It's very surreal scoreline here. Not one you want to see at Old Trafford on a normal occasion, but that's what it is. Here's the ball now with the chip forward now, and Ronaldo now up against Curtis Jones, offside. Jones Van Dijk rather booted it out anyway. Linesman on the near side, Mr. Betts puts up the flag. I don't think there was much doubt about that, to be quite honest with you. So 3 minutes to half time, and plus any injury time, and there's a few United fans who have had enough already. I can see glum faces, and I think one or two of them are in shock and surprise that a United team with so many talented footballers in it have been so easily bullied and easily outfought, outclassed, and outrun by this Liverpool side. And the difference is the Liverpool side, they're a talented bunch of lads. They play as a team. United have not played as a team at all in this first half. One has to say that. Jones in possession for Liverpool. Goes backwards now to Robertson. Robertson now to Virgil van Dijk. What a colossus he's been at the back. Whenever Liverpool have had to do a bit of defending, he's been there. Maguire with a header forward. Shaw in to win the next ball for United. They are 3-0 down with 2 minutes to go to half time. Now United will hope now they can get one back just before the break. Otherwise, could be a long goal second half. They don't want to concede another one, coincidentally, but they've got a much tougher mountain to climb than they did the other day against Atalanta in the Champions League. So it's all for them to do here, but they need to get a goal and get themselves a goal and pretty quick, because at the moment it's not been good enough. As the ball knocked back, and again Konate is really slotted into the defensive role as if he's been there for years. Waterupper ducks back to somebody like him. United now trying to win possession. McTominay did well to dispossess Firmino, then goes down. Went down a little bit in installments. Referee happy that quickly taken free kick to be taken by Fred. And he nearly became a bit red, as much as red a face as his shirt colour is. Because the free kick got a huge deflection and they were lucky to get possession there, United. No, they've got to find something. Here's Fred now for United. Far side, Shaw far side, towards Rashford, and didn't even make an attempt to get on the end of that little through ball. McTominay in possession now for United. Surely one of these chances has got to come for United now. Shaw. Now then, Rashford will run at his man here. He'll run at his England colleague, Alexander Arnold. It's a good run. Pull back. Can't find Ronaldo. Henderson intercepted. Good bit of defending, and that's been the difference. Liverpool have got players back in good defensive positions, and that's what's happened. A good dummy there by Salah. Gets it to Jota. Jota now finds Jones. And Liverpool breaking towards the Stretford end once again. And Jota has it for near side, left-hand side, and Robertson's crossed back, and again United are all over the place. He missed everybody inside that United penalty area, and Liverpool almost making it 4 now. And at the other end, we've got Mason Greenwood down the right-hand side. We've got 3 minutes of added time. Ronaldo's in. Ronaldo, good save by Alisson. Jones gets there first. Ronaldo's there tracking him. And Ronaldo brings him down. Oh, he kicks out of Jones! He kicks out of Jones! And the Liverpool fans, or the Liverpool players, absolutely surround Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a free-for-all involving Ronaldo and several Liverpool players. Renault's involved. And Ronaldo will be very fortunate if he escapes with a yellow here, because he lashed out at Curtis Jones in its respective whether he went to hit the ball or not. He really meant that, I felt. I understand Ronaldo's frustration, but you cannot go around doing that. And I would be surprised in the least that if Taylor, he's going to book him. I thought, I've got to be honest, looking at it first glance, I thought that was a red card offence. That's violent conduct for me. Jones gets there first. He's entitled to go for that. Then he bounces to the ground and then kicks out. I don't care whether the ball was there. Maybe he kicked the ball into Jones's chest. The fact is that he meant to do it. And he had no right to do that. And Ronaldo, in my opinion, arguably should and could have been sent off, far have checked it and have kept it at a yellow card. He's lucky, Ronaldo, not to have seen the same colour as his shirt for that, because that was petulance, it was stupid, and that was violent. And he's got away with murder there, Ronaldo. Free kick, quite rightly given it to Liverpool, but Ronaldo should have been sent off. He should have gone for me. stupid in the extreme. And United here are losing all sense of reality, all sense of proportion, and all sense of their discipline. And Manchester United here are a club absolutely in crisis. There's no doubt about that. And oh my word, another high foot. And if that's not a red card, I'll be amazed. And yellow is going to be the colour, but that was high. It was massively high there. And another yellow to Fred. And again, you could also argue that's a red one as well. Because it's high, and that is a definite, oh, that's high. Keita went to win that ball. He won the ball. Fred was out of control with his challenge. Whether it was 1 foot in the air or two, that to me should have been a red card. And once again, United's indiscipline is there for everybody to see. How they're not down to even 9 men at this point. With Ronaldo's antics and now Fred's antics. Well, that really puzzles me. And there's a rueful look on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's face. And Harry Maguire, well, he's at fault for one of the goals. There's no doubt about that. He played so well for England during the Euros. It's a completely different player when he puts on the red of Manchester United. There's a little bit of mutual respect there between Fred and Keita, but Fred is lucky, in my opinion, to have only got a yellow for that. Because if it had been any other team, or any other lesser club that had committed that foul, then there's no doubt about it, they'd have seen red. And Paul Pogba, who's a substitute, looking on, he's rueful as well. I wonder if Solskjaer's going to ring a few changes at half-time. He's got to do something here. So United 3 down and lucky not to be down to at least 10, maybe 9 men here. Ball played in there by Jota, and again United all over the place. Firmino goes down. Play on, says the referee. And Salah is completely free. And he scored again. This is crazy from United. I've never seen such powder buff defending in all my years of what commentating on Manchester United that I'm seeing here now. Manchester United are 4-0 down. Mo Salah's just scored. And this has been such a poor Manchester United display. Ball played in. I thought, well, Firmino had gone down and Salah was free and hits it left-footed into the net. Once again, De Gea had no chance, but again, half-hearted Manchester United defended. And Shaw guilty this time of leaving Salah completely through. You don't do that against one of the most informed strikers in the world. Oh, my word. And Manchester United have been taken to the cleaners. We've now played 50 seconds, and there it is, half-time, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going off, and he's being booed. He's being booed. And there are United fans who can scarcely believe it. I think a few of them are heading down the exits. They've seen enough. This has got to be one of the worst starts of football from a Manchester United side in over 30 years of me watching or commentating on football I have ever, man or boy, I've ever seen. And I cannot, for the life of me, believe what I've just seen here. There are fans leaving, I believe. Fans are leaving. This is not the Manchester United we know and did admire. Something is not right with Solskjaer's men at the moment. And 4-0 down, the game is practically lost. But, well, what can I say? Liverpool was superb. There's no doubt about that. Boos all around Old Trafford, but cheers for the Liverpool players. 2 goals for Salah. Keita got the goal scoring off, and then Jota made it 2. But how easy were those goals for Liverpool? Well, one gets the feeling that this could be a long old second half for Manchester United, who will have to ring the changes now. And maybe it's just pride they're going to play for in the second half because they need to now. It's been a disastrous day for Manchester United so far. Half time here, and I'm going to repeat this scoreline twice. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 4. Yes, Manchester United 0, Liverpool 4.
Yes, fantastic first half, which sees Liverpool in total control, leading 4-0, thanks to a brace from Mo Salah and one each for Navigator and Diego Jota. Elsewhere from the Premier League today, Brentford 1, Leicester City 2, and West Ham United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, both kicked off at 2 o'clock. In the South Yorkshire Derby in the Championship earlier on, it finished Barnsley 2, Sheffield United 3. Sheffield United were 3-0 up at one stage before Barnsley mounted a small comeback, but it wasn't enough in vain as they could only net twice. Meanwhile, in the other Championship game, Nottingham Forest fell to a 4-0 defeat on the City ground in the hands of playoff chasing Fulham. In the Scottish Premiership today, Rangers came from 1-0 down to beat St Mirren by 2-1. So, what a crazy first half we've had in store at Old Trafford at the break. I wonder what the second half will bring to us. And with the players just coming back out, you can see Paul Pogba stood about to be introduced at Old Trafford for Manchester United at the break, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's time for me to hand back over to JB for the second half coverage with Man United trailing by 4-0. JB.
Thanks very much, Ross. And as you say, Paul Pogba is about to come on here. Well, I have watched many a Manchester United game as a commentator and as a neutral football supporter for goodness knows how many years. And I don't think I've ever seen a first half display from Manchester United. There were supporters, believe it or not, leaving the ground. And there will be question marks about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future. We were at Newcastle. We were doing Newcastle a week ago. As Manchester United get us underway, Paul Pogba's come on, and we'll let you know who he's actually replaced in just a second or two. But well, it's been horrible. We were all talking about Steve Bruce's future at Newcastle last week. Well, surely questions are going to be asked of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this week now, because we have seen the worst of Manchester United I can ever imagine to have seen for many, many a long years. So Paul Pogba is on, and already a yellow card at the start. And Bruno Fernandes is the latest man into the book, and the cards are now piling up for Manchester United at the moment. Well, you can scarcely believe what you've just seen, really. So the substitution, Mason Greenwood was taken off, Paul Pogba on, so that's the confirmation of the substitution. Free kick to Liverpool, who lead 4-0. All the 4 goals coming in the first half. We've had a minute of the second. Alexander-Arnold floated in. High and long, flicked on inside the area, but well wide in the end. And goal kick to Manchester United, who lead, as I say, by 4-0. And I've been watching football, as I say, for over 30 years. And never, ever in that time have I ever seen a more disjointed display from Manchester United than what I'm seeing right now. I've covered Manchester United about 28 times in my commentating career, and I don't think I've ever commentated on a more one-sided game against them than I'm seeing here today. I've commentated on massive defeats. I remember covering them a few years back when Burnley went here and won 2-0. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this has got to be the lowest of the low. And it comes almost 10 years to the day when Mario Balotelli and co. at Manchester City put 6 past Manchester United in one of the most unbelievable Manchester derbies there's been for years. And the board now, the Glaziers and Ed Woodward and everybody else now will be having serious discussions later on this evening, because the wheels are really falling off. Certainly the boss in the first half from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men. But His boss is okay. It's very wild. Jurgen Klopp's boss is fine. It's a very well-oiled machine. 4-0 they lead. And deservedly so. United now looking to try and make a fist of it and try and win the second half at best. Try and make a game of it. Old Trafford, there's thousands upon. There was hundreds of United fans leaving at half time. I was watching an aerial shot of Old Trafford while we were off the air, and it was like, oh my goodness, it was like Armageddon. But anyway, we're up and underway. Can United put on a bit of a second half display? The game may well have gone here, but they'll have a go. Kate has been penalised. Free kick. Bruno Fernandes has taken one there. I think a little bit of play acting going in there, but never mind. Here's Shaw now for United. Ronaldo back to Shaw, and again United having to go backwards. Maguire, him and Shaw capable for goal number 2, scored by Diego Jota there. Mix up really at the back when the ball went to Trent Alexander-Arnold. One ball intercepted there by Virgil van Dijk. He's been a colossus at the back, really. Here's Pogba in possession. Pogba loses possession here, and here come Liverpool, and Salah's onside. The flag stays down. Salah now, left foot. Hat-trick for Salah! Hat-trick for Salah! And this surely must be Liverpool's biggest ever win. It surely must be the biggest win in over 30 years. The last time they won by a long, long way like this was September 1990 at Anfield when they put 4 past Manchester United then. They've done it again. They've got one better today and have put 5 past United. And Mo Salah claims a hat-trick. Was he onside? No, he wasn't. And it was an unerring finish with his left foot into the left corner. Fantastic ball forward from Jordan Henderson. Outside of his right foot. Brilliant play. And then game. Mo Salah, the man who just can't stop scoring at the moment. A hat-trick for him. And he becomes only the second Liverpool player ever to score a hat-trick against Manchester United, the other one being Dirk Kuyt. And United's day has got a whole lot worse. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. Yes, it's so good I'll say it twice. It's scarcely believable. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. On the TC Hub, delayed commentary on the TC Hub, JB Sports, JDAT Football, Storm FM, Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch. Oh my goodness, there's fans who can scarcely believe it. Some of them have come up the exit not believing they're 5-0 down, but then one or two of them have started to clap. Glum faces, and Fergie's puffing out his cheeks. Showed his 79 years of age there. Look at, well, and Kenny Dalglish, his old management foe in his days at Liverpool and at Blackburn Rovers, he's delighted. And no wonder. Anyway, McTominay now to Fred. Fred on to Ronaldo. United 5-0 down. Yes, 5-0 down. Fred in possession by Sex Pogba. And now it comes to Wan-Bissaka. Surely United now have just got to have a go. Pogba plays the ball forward. Looks towards Wan-Bissaka, but away goes Robertson. He gets the ball out. Oh, my goodness me. And there's still about 38 and a half minutes to go of this. Who saw this one coming? If you backed Liverpool to be winning 5-0 at this stage with the bookies, I think you're on to a winner here tonight, folks. I don't think anybody who came to Old Trafford would have seen this one coming. Ball not forward. Ronaldo, he's onside. The flag is staying down. Ronaldo inside the area. Ronaldo shoots right footed. It's in. Manchester United have pulled one back. Cristiano Ronaldo. They'll check it, of course, on VAR, but Ronaldo trots nonchalantly away to the halfway line to get the restart now. First of all, was he onside? It's touch and go whether it was or not. VAR will check it. But when it goes past that phase of play, he takes on 2 Liverpool opponents and actually beats Alisson with some aplomb there. Good play from Maguire, chips the ball forward. The only question mark is, did Ronaldo stray before the ball was played? That's what they'll be asking on VAR. Nothing wrong with the finish. It's a good finish for Ronaldo. And Liverpool may argue he should have been sent off actually before half-time, but they're going to check it on VAR. And there is a defender there playing him offside. playing him on. Oh, he's off. He's off. He's off. Goal's not going to stand. Ronaldo can't believe it. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. And the goal does not stand. So it stays at 5-0. Well, how's your luck, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? How's your luck? The Liverpool fans, they're showing no mercy, and why should they? They could not have expected to come to Anfield today and have a day like this. They would never have thought in their wildest of dreams coming here. They thought they might sneak probably a 1-0 or a 2-1 victory or something like that. They didn't think it would be as comfortable as it's turning out to be right now. They're having a party in that corner at Old Trafford at the moment. The rest of Old Trafford is stunned. But it's the Liverpool fans who are absolutely loving life at the moment. 5 goals to the good. United have had I've had a goal disallowed. It's just not been their day. Ball not forward, but Konate has not really put a foot wrong at the back, has done really well. And this is lovely football. Curtis Jones now coming forward for Liverpool. He's got plenty forward, and oh my goodness, did Maguire touch the man? Well, it was perilously close to the edge of the area, so it must be a free kick, and Maguire's been penalised. He says he's got the ball. Twists his hands around in a round shape to signify he thinks he got the ball. But let's have a look here. The ball not forward. Jota, hard to tell from the 18-yard camera angle. I'm just seeing it now from behind the goal. Did he trip his man? Jota's in behind. Well, I've got to say, he did get the ball, but he got a bit of the man as well. It's in the bracket of Sidham given, but it's a free kick on the edge, and Maguire's got a booking for it. And I have to say, to be fair to him, I think he's a little bit unfortunate. But it's a free kick to Liverpool. They're 5-0 up, and they're not going to switch off. They're going to be as ruthless as they possibly can now. Mo Salah, who's got a hat-trick. Jota with one. Keita with one. Can he get his 4th now? And Anthony Taylor says, come on, you've got to go back the full 10 yards. This isn't enough. Ronaldo's not even 4 yards away. He needs to get back the full 10. There's spreading behind this 4-man wall that David De Gea's erected, but Ronaldo's going to get back 10 yards. He's not even 6 off the ball here. He's not even 6 yards away. Ronaldo's not 6 yards away. He's not in the wall, but he's not even 10 yards away from that ball. And Anthony Taylor's not spotted it. Now what's Ronaldo trying to do now? He's not 10 yards away. Get in the wall, they're saying. Now Ronaldo's in that wall. He's 10 yards back. Is it going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold? It's going to be left for Salah to hit it, and it hit that United wall. Quite a big wall, as it turned out. Here come Liverpool again. The ball knocked into the area, and it's not behind for a corner. Curtis Jones playing it off the defender and a corner kick. So Salah not hitting the jackpot that time as we go past the 10-minute mark of the second half. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. Salah with a hat-trick. Keita started the scoring. And then Jota continued, and then Salah has taken control. Here comes the corner, and he goes to the area. So we built this. The game was built up as a battle of Ronaldo against Salah, and Salah's winning that race. Out comes Alisson about 25 yards from goal, and a nice little bit of a juggling act, a la Bruce Grobbelaar a few years ago. You could tell United are in trouble when that happens. And here come Liverpool again with Jones. Firmino now far side. It's been so easy for Liverpool. Firmino now with the little skills, with too close to the goalkeeper in the cross. Plucked out the air by David De Gea. But we're going to see Edison Cavani now come on for Manchester United. And I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will want to take a few players off, rest them up. They've got a Carabao Cup tie coming up on in midweek, of course, against Preston, which you can hear live on the TC Hub with Mike Harneman. So you'll be hearing Liverpool again in the midweek, folks, with Mike. And Manchester United don't have a midweek game because they're out of the competition. They were knocked out in the previous round against West Ham some 4 or 5 weeks ago. A game I was privileged to commentate on, and United wasted a lot of chances. I think they had about 25 shots at goal that night, but couldn't break West Ham's stubborn resistance down. And here goes Shaw now for Manchester United. 5-0 down. Rashford on the left. Infield now to Fred. Pogba's offering support. This is Pogba around the corner. Nice flick. Bruno Fernandes takes over. Fernandes is crossed towards Ronaldo, turned away by Konate. And up in the up and bit up and underish there by Andrew Robertson. But didn't matter. The Scot got enough purchase on it, but United had possession back on halfway, and it's Bruno Fernandes again. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now. Bissaka's cross hits the defender, will be a United ball. So a corner kick to United with 58 gone. They need a miracle to win the game, of course, and about 1 million snookers, but they'll have a go at trying to make something of that second half. And Pogba went in very, very hard. A yellow card for Paul Pogba. And that's one in the bracket of definitely very late. Pogba with a rueful smile, but I think he might be in more trouble here because that challenge looked very, very borderline red. Oh my goodness me, that's two-footed. I think VAR must check this. He's got him with both feet. He could have broke the player's leg. He took out Keita, and that is a leg breaker. Keita is still down on the ground. And that's no play acting. He's in genuine pain. And I'll be amazed if Stuart Atwell doesn't go to Anthony Taylor and says, you need to look at this. And right on cue, he's going over to the screen down on the near side. And if he sees what I've just seen, then I think the red card is inevitable for Paul Pogba. At the moment, he's got a booking. And I think he's mightily fortunate to have that booking. Now, we're going to have a look at this replay at the same time as Mr. Taylor's seen it. So let's see. This is the challenge again. You know, it goes in on both feet. That is a leg-breaking challenge. It could have broke the guy's leg. Hopefully, Keita's not going to be too badly injured out of this because it looked a nasty, horrible challenge. Look, he's gone in there. Both feet are off the ground. Yes, he gets the ball, but it's the intent to injure is there. And Paul Pogba could well be being shown a red card. He's reaching for his back pocket. The yellow card is rescinded. And now will come the red card for Paul Pogba. He's gone. Paul Pogba, he's off. He's only been on the pitch 15 minutes. And he's been red carded. A red card for Pogba. And Manchester United's dreadful day has gone from worse to diabolical. And Pogba deserves to go. There is no ifs or buts about it. VAR was right. He was dangerous. It was petulant. Both feet were off the ground. Yes, people may argue he gets the ball, but the intent to injure was there for all to see. And Paul Pogba casually walks down the tunnel in disgrace. And that's it. United fans have seen just about enough. And they're leaving in their droves. This has been one of the most diabolical Manchester United displays I have ever seen in 6 years of covering Manchester United games for either JB Sports or the TC Hub. It has been a disgrace, and it really has put a slur on the great name of Manchester United, this performance today. And Paul Pogba's challenge just now was an absolute disgrace. Cavani about to come on, and it's all gone wrong. Trent, it looks as if we're going to see Oxlade-Chamberlain come on as well, but Keita looks in absolute pain here. It's going to be Diego Dalot as well to come on for United as well. So Cavani 21, Dalot 20. And Bruno Fernandes, he's had a shocker by his own standards, really. He's been replaced by Cavani, the Uruguayan. And Dalot replaces the ineffective Rashford. He's had another poor game. Well, read into this if you will. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. And now Manchester United 5 goals down and a man down. And let's hope that is a precautionary measure for Naby Keita and not anything too serious. The stretcher's gone on. And he's, in fairness to Keita, he's getting a lovely applause from all sides of Old Trafford. It's not nice when you see a player stricken like that, but Paul Pogba's challenge was way, way, way out of control. One of the worst challenges we've seen all season, really. And that could have easily been a leg breaker for Naby Keita. Paul Pogba deserved what he got. And I thought, first of all, from the naked eye, it looked a horrible. It looked a late challenge. And then when you see it again on the rerun, it looks worse than initially thought. When you look at it real time, it looks a late challenge. Looks like Chamberlain has now come on, but Naby Keita, who started the scoring, been in the water a bit today, has been polished off by a completely out of control Paul Pogba. And some of these Manchester United fans, as Liverpool have possession, I'm just going to say this about Manchester United. Some of these United players have got to look in the mirror, and I have to say, if these players are on 400 grand a week, some of them are on 300 to 400 grand a week, then I think they ought to be fined at 4 weeks' wages and give them to a local charity, or give them to maybe some of our armed forces who are out there in horrendous conditions abroad, fighting hard for king and country. They deserve this more than this Manchester United team do. They're a disgrace to the name of Manchester United this side today. It's got to be said. 64 minutes of the game gone. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5, and that is not a misquote. That's the fact. And Salah scored a hat-trick. Keita got the first before being stretched off just then after an horrendous challenge from Paul Pogba, which saw him sent off. And now Dalot going in hard there on Firmino. But Liverpool having possession. Referee played a good advantage. And the other goal was scored by Jota. That made it 2-0 at that point. 4-0 at half-time, Liverpool. As I said, Mo Salah with a hat-trick. I think he could be a screw-on for player of the match, and we will choose that in association with the commentary services. Here's the aforementioned Salah with a cross towards the penalty 6-yard area. It goes on the roof of the net. Goal kick to Manchester United. So United, as I say, with 25 to go, are down to 10 men. And I'm just seeing outside the ground on my monitor scores of Manchester United supporters leaving Old Trafford. But the Liverpool fans will not be leaving Old Trafford in an early, all 2,800 of them. They're having a party. Why not? They're singing Fields of Anfield, You Never Walk Alone. All the Liverpool chants are there on display for all to see and to hear too. Manchester United. A very sorry looking Manchester United here. All these players that are wearing red tonight, well, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They've put in a powder puff, half-hearted, and I'm being kind there, because the strugglers and a lot of the supporters you'll hear on fan sites and YouTube channels will say a lot stronger words than what I'm saying. Ronaldo's cross from the left-hand side, Miss Cavani in the penalty area. Can United now, the 10 men, show a little bit of fighting spirit in this next 24 minutes for stoppage time and try and save a little bit of face, maybe score 2, maybe 3 times, and just give the scoring a bit more respectability than what it's actually been. The problem is now they've got a man like to do it, and a penny from Solskjaer's force, and now there will be huge speculation, if there wasn't already, about his future at Old Trafford. He's been at the job about 3 years now. He's got no excuses. This was supposed to be the year that United was supposed to be challenging for the Premier League title, a title they've not won since Alex Ferguson's last season back in 2012-13. 8 years without a title now. It's been one of those, hasn't it? But when I saw them playing Newcastle earlier on in the season for the TCR, and again another recorded commentary, Newcastle had ample opportunities to score themselves in that game. It was, 4-1 might sound a convincing victory, really, on the grand scheme of things, but Newcastle could have easily had 2 or 3 themselves. United was so open at the back. West Ham, they were susceptible to the West Ham counter-attack, and it proved in the early stages of that cup tie when West Ham scored, and they held on gamely, deserved to win. And United would point to the 24 chances, but they didn't take their chances. That was the be-all and end-all of it. they're a critically ill club. And even the results against Atalanta earlier on in the week paint over the cracks. It's going to be 4 without to win. They're going to drop down the table. Liverpool are going to be definitely a point or two behind Chelsea in second position. But I'm just thinking that David Moyes, who had a terrific win earlier today against Tottenham Hotspur with Antonio scoring the late winner. Well, I wonder if the Glazers will now be thinking, why did we ever get rid of Moyes? We should have stuck with him for 5 years. He might have built a team. You know, they sacked him after 9 months all those years ago. And look at him now. He's ripping up trees at West Ham and bringing the feel-good factor back to that famous old club down in East London. It's refreshing to see Moyes really get his oracle together. Superb management, and the way he's nurtured Antonio into a striker has been superb. Here come Liverpool looking for a 6-1, and Jota couldn't get it out from under his feet. Mason Greenwood, well, he looks truly and utterly embarrassed, and his performance shows how embarrassing it has been. Everybody who's played for Manchester United this afternoon have to be embarrassed, because that is just simply not good enough. Solskjaer, you know, is he the right? You know, people were questioning his man management. Well, his man management skill has come down like a ton of bricks today, hasn't it? It has been such an absolute disgrace, really, from their point of view, because now Alexander-Arnold doing a bit of ball juggling there. But at the moment, Liverpool are just going from side to side, not really trying to penetrate United, but they are looking ruthless as we go past the halfway mark of the second half. 69.5 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5 is the scoreline at the moment. And we are seeing a Manchester United here who look beside themselves, don't look so disjointed, and are making it so easy for Liverpool to get in behind every single time. And United gifted possession. Dalot, the latest one, who was guilty there of giving possession. 20 to go. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. And that's not a misquote, that's a fact. You're listening to the live coverage of this game on the TCM2, JB Sports, my channel, JDAT Football, Storm FM, and Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch. And no, it's not a misread. It's not a misquote. It is an actual quote. It's 5-0. Salah with a hat trick. K2 went off injured. Later went off injured with one of the other goals and Jota the other. Here's Alexander-Arnold with a shot. Oh, just flicked it over the bar. I think the hair saying he flicked it over the bar. I think it might have been on target. That was almost 6-0 to Liverpool. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can hit them, hit this rasper with a right foot. And what a save by De Gea. Well, that's the best we've seen from Manchester United's goalkeeper. And De Gea berated his defenders once again. Henderson's crossing from the left-hand side. Out once more. And here's Salah to bring it forward for Liverpool. And then the ball comes back, and Trent Alexander-Arnold gets it back to quite a redundant Alisson in his second half. He's not had that much to do. He picked the ball out the net when Ronaldo scored a goal, which actually turned out to be a non-goal because it was offside. It has been quite simply an absolute shambles from Manchester United. I think we can all agree on that front. I've been watching football, man and boy, for 30 years. And I remember way back in 1990 when Ferguson was in charge and Kenny Dalglish was the Liverpool manager, and they scored 4 goals themselves. But I think looking back at that game, Peter Beardsley actually scored a hat-trick. That was in the days of the old First Division, though. In the Premier League era, Cowter scored a hat-trick against United, and Mo Salah today has done it. But I'm sure Beardsley got a hat-trick again in 1990 when they won riot. In September 1991, they ran riot. And that was live on national television. That was live on terrestrial TV, on ITV. And if only ITV had still had the rights today, United would be so embarrassed. Thankfully, it's on pay TV. But we've got the game audio commentary of this game. And here come United now. Can they save a bit of face with Diego Dalot? But back comes Konate. He's really not put a foot wrong in that Liverpool defence. He's played it alongside Van Dijk as if the pair of them have been there for years. And the great thing about Liverpool, and I think everyone will agree listening to this delayed stream tonight, is that really they've been so solid at the back. Yes, they've been ruthless, but even at 5-0, not giving United a sniff of a chance. And I think that's been a real feature of the way that they've gone about and done their business. It's been absolutely superb. Coming up towards a quarter of an hour, just over the play. The ball not forward as Salah is onside, but the ball's just run too far. But Salah's kept it in, tries to knock it in there towards Firmino, who's trying to get on the score sheet himself. Ball hooked out for a throw-in. I don't think it's going to be Firmino's afternoon. But when you've got a hot shot like Mo Salah, you don't need all three of your strike force to be firing. Look at that. At Old Trafford, Manchester United, the last 10 minutes in possession have had 13% possession. Liverpool have had a whopping 87% possession. And it's not often when you commentate on a Man United game at Old Trafford and you say that. And they've had no shots at all on target in the whole of the second half. Liverpool have had 4. United did have 9 shots on goal in the first half. Liverpool had 11, but they were so ruthless. Let's go forward with them. And that's been the difference. But United have not pressed enough. They've not worked as a team enough. They've been all over the place. And Liverpool have kept their defensive shape. They've worked hard as a side. They've pressed. Even the strikers have pressed a lot of the time. And that has been the mammoth difference. You could have all the attacking talent in the world. And some people will wonder why Solskjaer bothered buying Ronaldo back when the defence, the back four, everybody and his dog outside of Old Trafford knew that United were crying out for more centre-backs. They brought in Varane, and he's not really proven himself yet. Yeah, it's just they needed more at centre-back and in right back. I don't think Wan-Bissaka's good enough. They paid an awful lot of money for Crystal Palace with them. I think Leicester have got the bargain of have got the best deal out the two clubs for Harry Maguire. They sold him for about £80 million, and they bought in a player like Sayumchi and Johnny Evans, who have been the last couple of seasons colossus at the back end, and show when they've won the FA Cup and come close to finishing in the Champions League places. They got a far better deal out of it, recruited really well. And that's another thing. Ed Woodward and the recruitment, as we're going to see Sadio Mane. Liverpool really have been under the radar as far as signings are concerned. Firmino's not going to score today. He's no need to be disappointed. Yes, he hasn't scored, but he's worked so tirelessly hard. And Mane's going to get a quarter of an hour to enjoy this fantastic Liverpool performance. And it has been a fantastic Liverpool performance. Let's not make any ifs or buts about it. So it's like for like. Mane on, Firmino off. And Jurgen Klopp, I don't think when he arrived here earlier today, he could have expected in his wildest of dreams to have come here, dominated Manchester United at Old Trafford, and with 15 minutes or less to go, be in a position where the 5 goals in the clear and a man up. And of course, we wish Naby Keita all the best if he's okay. Let's hope he's all right. That has really put a blot on Liverpool's day, really, that challenge from Pogba. And, he should get a 3-match ban for that. It was petulant. It was out of control. I never, and even before then, United could have been down to 10 men. Ronaldo kicked out at Curtis Jones. And then there was the incident with Fred with a high foot. Just a catalogue of disasters for United today. They just made elementary mistakes. Solskjaer's got it wrong tactically. And the buck obviously will stop with the manager. And if the Glazers at the moment are watching this, then surely you look at that, and I don't like to speculate. I didn't want to speculate on Steve Bruce's position this time last week when Newcastle were getting beaten by Tottenham. But you've got to start the speculation now. Is always Gunnar Solskjaer's position at Manchester United totally untenable here? You've just got to wonder. Salah in possession. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then on to Henderson. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold again. 12 minutes just over to play at Old Trafford. It's been a remarkable afternoon here. The likes of which we will probably never ever see a game as crazy as this again. Liverpool, the away side, have come to Old Trafford and are playing like they own Old Trafford. That's how much they've dominated possession. They've absolutely passed the socks off United today. You know, Manchester United and Old Trafford. Old Trafford used to be the theatre of dreams. It was boasted of one of the United shirts of 20 or so years ago. They built it as the theatre of dreams. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's the theatre of nightmares. The wheels are coming off the bus. But Liverpool's bus is a well-oiled machine. And their well-oiled machine are 5-0 up and a man up. Alexander-Arnold now towards Mane, who gets an early touch. Ball played in there towards Jota, who tried to dummy. Thought Salah was further forward, but he was way behind. And it was straight in the arms of David De Gea. 11 to play. Plus any stoppage time. United will be hoping there's not too much of that, so they can just get to the sanctuary in their dressing room at the moment. Old Trafford now half empty. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford have put in pathetic displays, and they should be ashamed of themselves. As with everybody in red, even Ronaldo. And I love watching Ronaldo play. I think he's a terrific talent. That's been for so many years, and he's quite rightly a United legend, or a legend wherever he's been. But there was rumours at Juventus where everything was being made just to suit his needs and purposes, and I don't like that. Ronaldo's been one of the greatest talents the game has ever seen, but even he has got to look at himself in the mirror and say, we're not good enough. It's all right saying in interviews that I'm coming here for the last big payday. I've come here to win, but you're not going to win with an attitude or a team attitude like that. There were too many individual players and not enough team players. That was the beauty of Sir Alex Ferguson. You get people like Darren Fletcher, who weren't the best players gifted in the world. Here's Mane inside the penalty area. Turns, gets the shot off, hits Maguire, and it breaks to Fred. Gallo away. People like Johnny Evans and Darren Fletcher, they were no world-class players, but they show what they were about. Ball played in, half deflected. Salah hits it up in the air. De Gea gets on the end of it. But they show what they were all about. Darren Fletcher, I remember coming up with some big goals in big games. Scored a winning goal here back in 2005 against Chelsea, who were going well under Mourinho. And it turned out to be the winning goal. So Fletcher comes up with big goals. You know, people that are willing to work. Here comes Jota now. Shot hits the defender, breaks to Cavani, onto Fred. Fred goes down. Referee says free kick to United. Midway inside their own half. 81 minutes gone. 81 and a half minutes gone. And, well, it's time up for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think he looks resigned to his fate, to be quite honest with you. Michael Carrick there on the bench. Mike Phelan in front. Former charge of United, Ferguson, Mike Phelan. He's been there, seen it, done it. He was Alex Ferguson's number 2 for quite some period of time. He knows the club inside and out. How must he be feeling? Empty seats as I look around Old Trafford, it's empty seats galore. And United fans still in their droves, leaving through the exits now. 8 minutes to go. A lot of United fans have seen it off. I don't think we can quite believe it. But let's talk a bit more about Liverpool's performance. They've been so great. But the free kick anyway to United. Can they at least pull one back and just bring a bit of cheer to whoever's left in Old Trafford now? One thing's for certain, it's a game we'll never forget in a hurry. I don't think there's any ifs or buts about it. Free kick to be taken from the far side. In it goes. And there's a man free, and the ball's off the bar. McTominay was in there, so too was Cavani. Ronaldo was on the scene. And Cavani hits the bar from about 3 yards out. And it just typifies Manchester United's misfortune at the moment. And there may have been a possible interpost side, but the referee allows it to go on. Here comes the corner. It's a poor one, really. Well, the chance there for the big Uruguayan, and he's offside along with Ronaldo. And they let it go through to Alisson. They can't touch the ball because they become active then because they were both, of course, offside. Konate now for Liverpool. Well, I don't think I need to choose too many. I don't think there's too many really other candidates for player of the match. But I think I've got a fair idea who's going to win it in about 2 or 3 minutes' time. I don't think there's any doubt about this. But we've seen the wrong kind of history. This great team, Manchester United, all the way through the years. It's a club with great dignity, a great standing in the game, and yet here they are now, devoid of any ideas, and they just don't seem to have the way with all like they used to. It's sad to see, really, from this United side. They were such a good side. And I tell you what, there's questions are going to be asked in the boardrooms at Old Trafford. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain now for Liverpool. Let's just say Liverpool have just been the tops today. As well as United have been, Liverpool have just done what they needed to do and have shown no mercy to Manchester United. That's why they're 5 goals ahead, looking for 6. And they're not stopping at 5. Well, they're going to try not to stop at 5. Here's Henderson now to Mane, looking to spread it through to Jones. It was well cut out. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain looking to get it onto his left foot, and he shoots just over the top of the goal kick. Well, Cavani at the Stretford end of the ground. 40 got one there. McTominay played it in, and it hits Robertson. It's actually a good way to defend that from Robertson because if that doesn't deflect, that's in. So credit to Andrew Robertson there because if he hadn't got a flick on that, or he hadn't got a little deflection on that, that would not have hit the bar. So it's a very good defending there from Andrew Robertson. Great play. Maguire hits it forward towards Ronaldo down the left-hand channel. And now Liverpool have it now. It's in field with Curtis Jones playing it out to the left-hand side, looking to get it forward towards Mane. That's a foul. That's going to be another yellow card. And the bookings are totted up. They're going to get it fined as well because they've had more than 5 yellow cards. They've also had a weird one, of course, for Pogba. And that's Wan-Bissaka who's gone right in on Jota there. That's another poor challenge. So we come past the 4 minutes to go mark now, plus injury time. And with that in mind, I think we could actually say 6 yellow cards to Manchester United in the game and 1 red. Just tells its own story. And well, the next breaking play after this free kick, the next breaking play, I will give you the player of the match. And I think you can probably guess who I'm going to choose. I'll let you make your own guesses for the next minute or so before I actually choose. Here's Henderson now for Liverpool. And back to Van Dijk. It's been so easy for Liverpool, really. Apart from that chance that hit the bar, Ronaldo scored an offside goal. It's been so simple for them, really. It's been really easy as the ball chipped in there towards Salah, who's on for a quadruple now. And here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chamberlain now looking the ball across. Can Salah keep it in? Yes, he can. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it's easy now for Liverpool. They're toying with Manchester United at well here. Chipped forward by Henderson. United get it away. Luke Shaw now. Dalot now for United. Just a case of going through the motions now. Ronaldo hits it into empty space, and that's going to go out of play. And the man of the match, I will announce right now. And I don't think there's any great surprise. Probably the worst kept secret in football, really. But our player of the match, sponsored, of course, by Commentary Services for his hat trick today, goes to Mohamed Salah of Liverpool. He's been here, there, and everywhere, and could have easily had 4 or 5 goals today. The man is in good form, and Mo Salah undoubtedly is our player of the match. Anyway, here's Ronaldo from Fred's pass towards the area. Can United at least have a go and try and get one back and finish with a little bit of flourish? They know they can't win the game, but they're going to have a chance to try and add a little bit of respectability towards the end. We'll see, but the referee has blown for a free kick offside, has been given against Edison Cavani. There's our player of the match, Mo Salah. Nice little rueful smile from him. He's happy. That's a rueful smile of happiness. A rueful smile of happiness from Mohamed Salah. He's had one of those afternoons where it has just been absolutely first rate. He's scored in 10 consecutive games. Scored 2 world-class goals. I saw him score against Manchester City, a super goal. Then he scored a goal of pure genius where he cut in from the right-hand side and beat 3 or 4 Watford players before slotting in. And now he's done it again. He got 2 last week, 1 the week before against Manchester City. And now, tonight, he's got a hat-trick. He's on a hot streak at the moment. 6 goals in the last 3 games. He's 10 in a row, as I say. And he's a really deadly hot shot. Of course, Jurgen Klopp, in all of that, we forgot to mention that Jurgen Klopp is now, of course, a minute or so away from his 200th win as Liverpool manager. He'll join a very small band of managers who've done that in a very good time. Bill Shankly was one, and Gerard Houllier they've won successive games against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Gerard Houllier was one, and the great Bill Shankly was another. But he's the first Liverpool manager for a long time with 200 wins. And the funny thing about it is, when Ferguson left, United had a chance to poach Klopp from, at the time, Borussia Dortmund. They didn't. They went for David Moyes, and when Klopp left Dortmund a year or 2 later, and Liverpool decided to go in the market for him, as 300 minutes have just been shown by fourth official Mike Dean. They certainly got a coach there that knew what teamwork was all about. He achieved so much at Dortmund. He achieved so much more at Liverpool. European Cup, League Championship, World Cup Championship. He's won the big ones here at Liverpool, what they always craved. And of course, 2 years ago they won the Premier League, or the top flight title, for the first time since 1990, not since the days of Kenny Dalglish. They were able to toast the championship success. Well, they're going to be a point or 2 behind Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea now. We're playing almost 1 of the 3 minutes here, and at least the United fans just whipping up a little bit of atmosphere. The ones who have stayed behind that have. But then he's quite a cauldron of noise as United take this corner towards McTominay. Once again, Liverpool have the way with all, and they know how to get the ball away. And here's Mo Salah on the break, and there's 2 Liverpool players forward, and it's Curtis Jones. Real chance to settle it now. Jones inside the area. Shot was deflected and blocked as well. And Liverpool again looking so dangerous on the counter attack. Curtis Jones almost helping himself one, and Salah, for a moment or 2 there, Tony provide a free kick there, foul given against Curtis Jones on his opposite number, Fred. We've had a minute and a half of the 3 with 90 seconds just under to go. And Manchester United will just want those 90 seconds to go as quickly as possible and just get back to the sanctuary of the dressing room. But Jurgen Klopp, what a day for him. One of these days where everything just turned to liquid gold for him. And there's no pot of gold at the end of the United rainbow, no pot of gold of 3 points. And there's a United bench who look absolutely love faces, and they deserve to be that way. The body language tells everything you need to know as the cross comes in. Ronaldo On the turn, he's inside the area. Can he at least get one back? No, Van Dijk stops him. And that's been the story of the match. Ronaldo again shoots, but it's well wide at the right-hand post and a goal kick to Liverpool. We've got about 30 seconds of the 3 to go. Well, Ronaldo scored today, or 40 scored today, but it got disallowed. But by then, the game had been won by Liverpool. Referee's checked his watch. We've got about 5 seconds of injury time left. Surely that must be that ball out of play on the far side for a goal kick. And I don't think there'll be anything more than anything else to be decided now. As Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows his fate was sealed more than an hour or two ago when they went 3-0 down. As the whistle sounds, there's boos around Old Trafford, but there's cheers for Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp and Ole Solskjaer shake hands. For Jurgen Klopp, it was a day to remember. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it is probably one of the blackest days of his career, either as a player or as a manager, and surely in Manchester United's history, and it's a long and illustrious history, this is the blackest day. Almost 10 years to the day since Manchester City put 6 past them. And he'll be wondering, Alan Mario Balotelli, why always him? Well, his future will be up in the air, there's no doubt about that. There will be questions asked, there will be speculation about his future. But let's talk about Liverpool before I leave you. They were ruthless, they were superb, they were brilliant. As Solskjaer goes down the tunnel, the United fans now will surely, no, the only outrunners will be there. But Liverpool, what about them? Sensational performance. Salah gets the match ball. Keita started the scoring very early doors, 6 minutes. Then on 13, Diego Jota made it 2 after a mix-up with Shaw and Maguire at the back, which allowed Alexander-Arnold in behind to get the cross back. Liverpool now move up to 2nd. United stay in 7th and are now a whopping 7 points behind Liverpool and a whopping 5 points behind West Ham. They're now trailing the likes of West Ham and Brighton in the table. It won't do for United. And then Salah hit a hat-trick, 2 before the break. And then 1 just after half-time. And then Paul Pogba was sent off for a vicious challenge on Naby Keita. And he had to go off on a stretcher. We hope he's going to be all right. Jurgen Klopp up there too. And then it was easy then. Ronaldo had a goal chalked off for offside. It's been the most horriblest day in Manchester United's history, and it's an illustrious history when you look back over the years. But that's surely going to be one of the blackest days on the field. But for Liverpool, it's a red letter day as he fist pumps to the crowd, Jurgen Klopp. He's had a day to remember. And who would have thought that Liverpool would come here to Old Trafford and win so comfortably and at a canter at Old Trafford? I'm going to repeat this scoreline twice as I end the commentary here. With a final score at Old Trafford, and I'm going to repeat this twice so you know for sure that this really did happen. Manchester United, 10-man Manchester United 0. Liverpool 5. Yes, 10-man Manchester United 0. Liverpool 5. Russ.
Thank you very much, JB. Sir Liverpool give Manchester United a thumping with a 5-0 triumph thanks to an hat-trick from Mo Salah and 1 each for Naby Keita and Diego Jota. Paul Pogba was sent off for a nasty challenge for Manchester United, but they could have had 2 more sending off, with Ronaldo and Fred also could potentially have seen red during the clash at Old Trafford. Elsewhere in the Premier League from earlier today, Brentford 1, Leicester City 2, West Ham United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. In the South Yorkshire Derby in the Championship, Sheffield United beat Barnsley by 3-2. Meanwhile, in the other match in the Championship, Nottingham Forest lost 4-0 to Fulham. In the Scottish Premiership earlier today, Rangers came from 1-0 down to beat St Mirren by 2-1. Surely that result then must pile pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And just to ask our commentator JB a question here, JB, as Liverpool fans still in the crowd,
Hello.
singing "Ollie's on the wheel" as we can hear them as well. Surely that must be time up for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, my friend.
Well, to quote the phrase that Liverpool fans are using, always behind the wheel, I think his wheels have fallen off the bus. To be perfectly honest, I've got to say, there will be people now speculating in the next few days whether his position here is untenable. Will he be in charge for the game next Saturday against Tottenham? We just don't know, Russ. But what I will say is that I've been watching Manchester United as a neutral, either as a just watching casually as a fan or as a commentator for nearly 30 years, and I've never in that time ever seen a Manchester United display so limp, so lethargic. Defending was all over the place. I have never, ever, ever seen it so bad. I referred to earlier on in the commentary as with the likes of Wood, Ferdinand and Vidic would have tolerated that. Not a jot. Would Bruce and Pallister going even further back tolerated it? I doubt it. So, you've got to look at the two centre backs, Lindelof and Maguire. Is Maguire an expensive white elephant? Have United actually not done enough at the back? To spend money at the back? They brought Varane in. Where have we seen it? We've not seen Varane too much this season. There's a lot of questions to be answered, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got to look at himself in the mirror. And these Manchester United players, Russ, let me make another point, Russ. These United players are not being paid peanuts. They're being paid, some of them, on 500 grand a week. And then are those earners justifying earning that sort of money on that display? I think not.
Yeah, and another question to us as well, JB. Obviously, we know that Man United signed Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think the return of Ronaldo may have coincided with the poor run of form? I know returning to round against Atalanta in midweek, but in the match at Old Trafford today against Liverpool, you saw them get trounced. Do you think that could be a factor that a lot of the players at the club already didn't want Ronaldo in, and Man United just thought, we'll go out there again from under the noses of our bitter rivals? Manchester City was looking unlikely to sign him before he actually returned to Old Trafford, JB. Do you think that could be a factor in why Man United are playing so badly?
Well, let me just answer the Manchester City thing. I don't think Ronaldo would have gone to Manchester City anyhow. I'm not sure Pep Guardiola would want to have signed a 36-year-old. I don't think they would have signed him. I think Ronaldo was a mistake. The problem with Ronaldo is he's a luxury. He's a luxury player, and United have had a lot of luxury players. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba. On their day, they are world beaters. Greenwood is coming to the side the last couple of years, and to a certain extent has impressed well enough. And they've got good attacking options. The problem is they're not strengthening enough at the back and giving David De Gea protection. And I think this is where they should have improved. I mean, you look at Lindelof; he's not a world-class centre back. He's Harry Maguire at £89 million centre half. Not on that performance. And you've got to look at the years that Liverpool picked the way through United in this game, and it's, I don't know where Manchester United go from there. The Glaziers, Head Woodward. I mean, I looked at Alex Ferguson during the commentary when I was looking on the monitor, and I've never seen Alex Ferguson ashen face. He would not have accepted that in his day. I mean, Sir Matt Busby, the great Sir Matt Busby. The Busby Babes and the 1960s side that won the European Cup with George Best, Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, and all that. He wouldn't have accepted this performance today. This is not in the DNA, as people call it, at Manchester United. But I want to just make I don't want to detract from Liverpool today, because Liverpool, let's be honest. I mean, I want to talk about Liverpool a bit, because Mo Salah today, you look at him and he's like the man in red hot form. 3 goals today to back up his world-class goals against Manchester City and Watford. And people laughed at me at the start on the prediction video, saying that Liverpool are going to win the league because of their lack of transfer business. I hope whoever's criticised or whoever's sort of said, "Oh, they're not going to get a diddly squat this season." I hope they're eating their words, because Liverpool, I'll tell you, they're going to take some stopping. Even Chelsea, it's going to be a toss-up, I reckon, between Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea for the title. United are nowhere now. I mean, they're 7 points behind Liverpool. They're nearly 4 or 5 behind Brighton. That's a huge fall from grace. And at one point I must bring up with you that United, when Fergie retired 7 or 8 years ago, had a chance to sign Klopp when he was in his pomp at Dortmund, and he didn't. They went for Moyes, and they've paid that ultimate price ever since. That's no disrespect to David Moyes. They've tried Van Gaal. He won a cup, but they didn't win the league. He got sacked. Mourinho, there was a lot of complaints about dull football there, but he won a couple of cups. He won a UEFA Cup. He won a Carabao Cup. So they won trophies. It was the style of play that was lacking. Solskjaer's had 3 years. I think, and we can agree on this, Russ, that a lifespan of a manager these days, apart from Sean Dyche, obviously, is a shell off for a typical football manager's 3 years. And I think maybe Solskjaer, maybe it's time to. I think probably this era is about to end. But who do you bring in? No, that's going to be the question. But Liverpool was completely ruthless, and Klopp got it right tactically. The difference was Liverpool played as a team, and United didn't. Simple as that.
Yes, and just one final one, JD, before we do leave you today. A lot of people out there in the media and on television, and even supporters are out there saying Mohamed Salah is probably the best player in the world right now. And when you look at it, he probably is. But I've got to say, I'm not, obviously, I'm a Leeds fan, and probably the majority of people listen to this. I'm a Leeds fan, but I'm going to put someone else up. I'm going to put someone else up there who I think is on the same level as Mohamed Salah, who's playing with the likes of Neymar, Fabinho, Alisson, who's plays for Liverpool. Firmino and Alisson played today. I'm going to put Rafinha of Leeds United up there as well. For me, they're both on the same level. And if I were to choose, I'd probably just say Salah's probably just ahead of Rafinha at this moment in time. But Rafinha will slowly catch him up and probably, in my opinion, overtake him in the next 5 to 10 years. And I'm not just saying that because he plays for Leeds United.
No. I saw
that when I looked at Renan, I thought he was a good player. I thought I'd love him to be at Leeds, but I don't think we've got him. We've got him now, and I think possibly he may give us another season, may just stay till the end of this season and then move on. And because he's that good a player, can play for someone like a Liverpool, maybe Man United, maybe Chelsea, Rafinha. But do you think Rafinha and Salah are very, very neck and neck for best players in the world right now, JB, from what you've seen of both players in the past? Rafinha in the past, one of the best seasons, and Salah for quite a while in the Premier League.
The difference, I think, between I will say this: Rafinha's still got a lot to learn. He's still a young lad in comparison to Salah. Salah's now at the peak of his powers. I think that's the major difference. But there's no doubt about it. Rafinha, if he goes to a top club, no disrespect to Leeds, and they are, Leeds are a top club now. I know they're struggling this season, down at the wrong end of the table, alongside Burnley and Newcastle, one or two others. But Rafinha is not a bad player. I mean, I saw bits of him against Wolves, and he played really well. So he's still learning his trade. Salah took, it's worth noting that Salah took a long time to learn his trade before he came to Liverpool. I mean, he started off at Chelsea, didn't push up any daisies at Stamford Bridge. Then he went to Roma, and then started to score more on a regular basis in Italy. And, Liverpool paid the money to Roma, and they haven't looked back. And I think, whether Rafinha can do it at a top club, I don't know, but he has to have a good squad of players around him. It's all well and good signing a talented player, but if you haven't got a squad spirit there, like Liverpool have obviously got, then you're on hiding to nothing. So Rafinha, if he is going to move on to somewhere bigger, he's got to fit in with the team ethic. And whoever signs him, has got to make sure that he's the right fit for the club at that particular time with the right group of players. Because it's no good buying talented players if you can't mould them into a team. And Manchester United proved that today. They have Ronaldo, who's been arguably, along with Lionel Messi, one of the best, greatest players of all time for the last decade or more. But he's not functioning well as part of a team. You know, you see people like him and Bruno not even bothering to defend or press or defend from the front. So it's all well and good having top quality players if you haven't got the right team ethic or the right group of players, if you like, around them. And I think this is what Rafinha must have a look at if he does move away from Leeds. And I say the word if. He might sign a new contract. You never know, Russ. You know, stranger things have happened in the world. But if he was to leave for like a PSG or something like that, it's got to be the right fit for the football club, and it's got to be the right fit with a certain amount of players that they've got in the side.
Yes, absolutely, JB. Absolutely, my friend. Great commentary once again from JB for the commentary of today for the Premier League clash between Manchester United and Liverpool. Thank you very much to everyone for listening to our coverage today. And we'll see you again very, very soon. From all of the team here, goodbye.